final update to my fight with YouTube, a launch of a new patron, and more, all on today's Ek video.
Pigeon.
Hey guys, this is Justin. Welcome to another video. So I thought I'd provide a hopefully final update to the copyright issues I've been having with the NHL. You could say the fight I've been having with the NHL. In this video, by the way, I speak only to my experience. There were many YouTube creators who were, well, in a tough position. This is my update and what I'm doing to try to make sure this doesn't happen again. And yes, for the final update, we'll bring the Halo gameplay back. Anyway, first of all, again, thanks to everyone for the support. I really appreciate it, but let's talk updates. So the first big announcement is that to protect the channel from this again, at least hopefully, depending on the level of support, I have started an Ek Hockey Patreon. It's extremely bare bones right now. We're still working out the rewards, but if you want to join for $3 or $5, you'll at the very least get access to the Discord, and I'm hoping we can do some fun stuff through that. I'm going to go over this and more in a few minutes after I discuss the news, but in the meantime, if you want to sign up, the link is down in the description. In my prior two videos, I explained that the NHL has been copyright claiming my backlog, meaning that for, if not the majority, many of my videos I was prohibited from making money and some were even hidden. However, alongside the backlog restrictions, most of my new uploads were also being slammed with copyright claims. And I understand a lot of you don't think I should be making money or don't want me to make money, but realistically, this being a source of income is the only way that I'm able to dedicate so much time to watching hockey, making videos, having an editor help out sometimes. That is sort of the nature of the game. If you want to discuss all of those aspects, you can watch the last video. I think we talked about it in some detail. Either way, the good news is since that video, there have been only a few new copyright claims. I've uploaded probably 20 videos. Maybe 3 have been copyright claimed. One I actually was fine with. First, it was claimed by the KHL, so I probably used NHL footage more than I should have. Fair enough. Either way, most of the new uploads have went up seamlessly, which is great. The bad news is that a massive portion of my back catalog does remain claimed by the NHL. What's more, I went ahead and appealed several of those videos. Each appeal has been rejected, so it looks like that is always sort of going to be the case. It's kind of unfortunate because for many YouTube channels, especially ones which have uploaded as often as I have, a lot of your revenue comes from the videos that sort of exist in your backlog slowly pulling in views. But my channel is also more news-based. Videos get a lot of their views in the first 48 to 72 hours, so it is what it is. That being said, given that this has happened once and that I still haven't actually heard from the NHL, it's very, very possible that this could happen again, which leads me to my alternate monetization routes. For one, I've got to give a massive thank you to HelloFresh. They reached out and offered to sponsor not only one video, an extra long video, by the way, which you guys were great at supporting, but also another one next month. So 2 sponsorships that really helps. I've turned down so many gambling sponsorships on this channel. It was really nice to get a sponsorship offer from a product I actually use and which isn't scummy. Other companies, please reach out. Ideally, I could do 1 sponsorship a week. That would, to be honest, make things much more comfortable for me and would also mean that you guys get some longer videos. I'm not going to attach a sponsored ad to a video under like 5 or 6 minutes long. It's just not really fair for you guys, the viewer. I have also been working with Rate Game. However, it's not really a sponsorship. It's kind of an app that I've invested with. I'm not getting paid, but I want to grow a community over there. Probably all you'll see of that is maybe 5 or 10 seconds of a mention organically at the end of a video where I rate the game that I'm talking about or whatever. All right, so that brings me to the Patreon, which is sort of the big announcement for today's video. I have experience running a Patreon. I've done so in the past with some of my other channels, especially the Eckhart's Ladder channel. I found personally as a creator with a lot to do, it's very difficult for me to manage the Patreon and give you guys meaningful rewards. So what I've went ahead and done is hired somebody who's going to help me directly to make sure that the benefits are at least delivered on time. What are the benefits going to be? Well, for one, join the Patreon and you'll have access to the new Ek Hockey Discord. It's not live yet. It should be within the next couple of days. If you sign up for the Patreon, you will automatically get added to the Discord once it goes live, which is fun. We'll probably use the Discord to discuss games, maybe do watch parties. Who knows? Either way, I'll be easily accessible there, so you can ping me or message me, whatever. By the way, the intention there is not to make myself inaccessible except to those who pay. I've just ran open community Discords in the past, and they get completely out of control, and I find that I'm not frequently on there interacting just because it gets too overwhelming. But Patreon is not the only way to reach me. My email is easily accessible. You can always message me on Twitter or Instagram. I read every single message. If you're just sending me hi or whatever, I might not respond. I get a lot a day, but know that I at least read every message. Right now, there are 5 patron tiers. The only reward that we have set up right now is the Discord bonus. Do not sign up for a higher tier thinking that there's going to be some magical benefit. I haven't decided what they are yet. I do not want you to overpay. I can imagine that the higher tier patrons maybe will get to choose a game every week that Brandon or I for sure cover, but I don't know. You should pledge on the Patreon what you're willing based on the value you get out of my content right now. It's really easy for you to move up later if you think that you like the rewards once they're fully fleshed out, but it's a lot harder to get a refund. I'm broke right now. Don't make me do it. The Patreon is set up so you can join for as low as $3 a month. I'm trying to keep everything very accessible. I would rather have many lower paying patrons than a few people giving me their entire wallet every month. Sort of the same principle behind why we don't do gambling sponsorships here. I want it to be something that you could basically use to tip me if you think it's worth it, but the content really is not going to change otherwise. There's not going to be any less content on the channel. That was sort of my key to the Patreon. I honestly wasn't going to create one, but I saw a lot of people sort of expressing a willingness to support the channel when I first talked about the situation. So yeah, if it turns out that there's not a whole lot of interest in the Patreon and from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense to continue it based on the amount of work I put in, then we'll 100% just go back to normal and that will be no problem. Again, times are hard. Supporting your favorite YouTube channel, or, that's kind of presumptive. Supporting a YouTube channel you may enjoy should be something you only do if you have extra entertainment dollars at the end of the month burning a hole in your pocket. I do not want you messaging me being like, hey, I'm on my last few dollars. Should I go for the $3 tier or the $5 tier? You should go for the buy yourself a sandwich tier. I'm doing fine. The other thing, and this admittedly is further off in the future, is that I am going to look at getting a merch store set up. So there are some difficulties and some considerations here. For one, I'm not going to use anything related to the NHL. That just seems like asking for trouble at this point. But I'm also not just going to make merch to make merch. If I make it, it's going to be good. You can check out my Star Wars merch store, which we just recently launched. We've got some cool designs up there and even more sort of being worked on right now. If I sell something, it's going to be cool, and I'm definitely thinking the hockey angle, like maybe some tape for water bottles, or just water bottles themselves, stickers, pucks, sweaters, who knows? Please give me your ideas. We could really use them down below. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks again for your support. I'll probably be talking with the Patreon a bit over the next few days, but I'll try not to overdo it for you guys. See you soon.